Welcome to our Hong Kong Brief program. I'm your host, Jenny. Today, we have some exciting stories lined up for you. First up, former cycling champion Victoria Pendleton believes that Ceci Lee's tough Olympic experience could turn into her greatest asset. Pendleton emphasizes the power of using disappointment as motivation, showcasing how mental resilience can shape an athlete's career. Next, we dive into the vibrant world of art and cinema as Japanese visitors flock to the Kowloon Walled City film exhibition. Tied to the successful film Twilight of the Warriors, Walled In, this exhibition has attracted over 180,000 guests, celebrating the chaotic beauty of the iconic walled city while boosting tourism and local film appreciation. Finally, we introduce TimeLeft, a social platform that connects people through shared dining experiences. Founded by Maxime Barbier, this innovative app is gaining popularity for its unique approach to combat loneliness in big cities. Users can meet new friends over dinner, creating meaningful connections while enjoying delicious meals together. Please stay tuned for more details. South China Morning Post reports that Victoria Pendleton, a former world champion cyclist, believes the pain Ceci Lee experienced during her first Olympic competition could ultimately serve as a powerful motivator in her future career. Pendleton, reflecting on her own tumultuous Olympic debut at age 23, shared her struggles with self-doubt and disappointment after finishing 10th in the sprint race. She emphasized the importance of changing one's mindset, suggesting that the hurt from failure can drive an athlete to strive for success in the future. Pendleton, who has achieved great success as a two-time Olympic champion, also noted the immense pressure athletes face to meet the expectations of their coaches and supporters, stating that the journey in sports often feels like a battle. She expressed hope that Lee would channel her Olympic experience into a strong motivation for the upcoming Paris Games. In another article from South China Morning Post, a wave of nostalgia has swept through Japan as thousands flock to an exhibition tied to the Hong Kong film Twilight of the Warriors, Walled In, which has become a box office sensation. The film, set in the notorious Kowloon Walled City, has captivated audiences with its portrayal of a troubled migrant caught in the chaos between rival gangs. The exhibition at the Airside Shopping Center has drawn over 180,000 visitors since its opening, allowing fans to immerse themselves in the film's atmosphere. Japanese visitors, who have long been fascinated by the walled city's chaotic beauty and its representation of Hong Kong's vibrant past, expressed their admiration for the film's nostalgic portrayal of action-packed storytelling reminiscent of the 1980s and 1990s. The Tourism Board is keen to capitalize on this interest, planning to enhance the experience for Japanese tourists with additional resources and projects aimed at promoting local films. Lastly, the South China Morning Post addresses the common issue of dark under-eye circles and bags, providing insights into their causes and treatments. Dermatologist Dr. Jason Stevens explains that dark circles, often exacerbated by factors such as genetics, aging, and lifestyle choices, are characterized by pigmentation beneath the eyes. In contrast, under-eye bags result from sagging skin and weakened tissues, typically due to aging. The article outlines various treatment options, from topical creams with vitamin C and retinoids for dark circles to cold compresses and dermal fillers for under-eye bags. Stevens emphasizes the importance of understanding the underlying causes to effectively address these concerns, suggesting lifestyle changes like proper hydration and sleep to prevent and minimize their appearance. Nikkei Asia. In Japan, the average age of board members in publicly traded companies has reached a concerning 62.2 years, reflecting a trend towards older leadership that could hinder adaptability in the digital age. However, companies like Sanrio, renowned for its Hello Kitty franchise, and Pan Pacific International Holdings are challenging this norm by integrating younger directors into their boards. Sanrio notably reduced its board's average age from 68 to 51 by promoting a multi-generational approach, which has led to a renewed focus on revenue growth through innovative strategies. Similarly, Pan Pacific International appointed a 22-year-old non-standing director, showcasing a commitment to succession planning and a balanced leadership team. The emphasis on age diversity is not just a local issue. Studies indicate that companies with varied age ranges outperform their peers, highlighting the importance of blending experience with fresh perspectives. South China Morning Post in Hong Kong, the push for improved animal welfare laws has gained momentum, with calls for a legal duty of care to be imposed on pet owners. This concept would require individuals responsible for animals to take proactive steps to ensure their well-being, contrasting sharply with the current reactive framework where authorities intervene only after harm has occurred. Research indicates that existing laws often fail to address cases of neglect effectively, leaving animals vulnerable to suffering. Advocates argue that incorporating a duty of care would not only enable earlier intervention but also encourage responsible pet ownership, reflecting the moral standards of society. As Hong Kong aspires to be a world-class city, reforming its animal legislation is seen as essential to prevent suffering and promote a culture of care. South China Morning Post advances in artificial intelligence are set to revolutionize cancer detection in Hong Kong, with the potential for affordable screening options available within 3 years. Professor Dennis Low, known for his pioneering work in prenatal testing, is leading efforts to harness AI to identify patterns in blood plasma that could indicate the presence of cancer. His team's innovative approach has already made significant strides in detecting nasopharyngeal cancer, drastically reducing mortality rates. With plans to develop tests for other cancers using AI technology, the aim is to make these advancements accessible and affordable for broader populations. Low's collaboration with Insida, backed by substantial investments, underscores the urgency and potential of these initiatives to transform cancer diagnosis and treatment in the region. South China Morning Post explores the tumultuous early 2000s of Hong Kong cinema, a period marked by a significant decline after the golden era spanning the 1960s to the 1990s. The shift began around 1993, as local films struggled to compete against Hollywood's high production values, leading to a drastic drop in box office revenues and film production. Despite attempts by studios like Media Asia and Golden Harvest to adapt, the industry faced a crisis, with 2006 described as a distressing year for Hong Kong cinema. However, the release of films like Infernal Affairs in 2002 and Ip Man later on sparked brief revivals and interest, but ultimately, the industry struggled to regain its former glory, particularly as co-productions with mainland China often failed to resonate with local audiences due to heavy censorship and a focus on appealing to the mainland market. South China Morning Post delves into the life of Jaffa Lam, an artist whose journey encapsulates Hong Kong's complex relationship with art and identity. Born in Fujian and moving to Hong Kong in 1985, Lam faced the challenges of poverty and cultural adaptation. Her early talent in art provided a means of survival and led her to the Chinese University of Hong Kong, where she initially focused on traditional calligraphy. However, as she navigated through her education, she began to embrace contemporary practices and societal issues, especially after the impactful SARS pandemic in 2003. Lam's work evolved to reflect the unique experiences of Hong Kong, moving away from traditional forms to engage with contemporary societal narratives, ultimately positioning her as a significant voice in the local art scene. South China Morning Post introduces TimeLeft, a social platform designed to combat loneliness in urban settings by facilitating dinners among strangers. Founded in 2020, the platform aims to create genuine connections through shared dining experiences, catering to a post-pandemic desire for social interaction. Participants fill out a personality quiz to match them with diverse dining companions, leading to conversations that range from light-hearted topics to deeper discussions about identity and belonging. The experience is structured yet informal, allowing for organic interactions. the positive reception of TimeLeft highlights a growing trend of individuals seeking new social circles beyond their established networks, with many participants expressing satisfaction and the potential for lasting connections. South China Morning Post reports on the excitement surrounding Hong Kong's handball team as they prepare for the national games, with veteran player Freddie Tsai Wing Fai expressing gratitude for the enthusiastic home crowd at the Kai Tak Arena. The team's recent victory over Macau, witnessed by around 1,500 fans, has fueled hopes for a podium finish in November. Tsai, who has participated in multiple Asian Games, highlighted the importance of local support, noting that the team often competes as underdogs abroad. Despite a shaky start with a 9-minute scoring drought, the team secured a 14-point win, and Tsai acknowledged the need for improvement to compete against strong opponents like Jiangsu in the upcoming final. In another article, the South China Morning Post delves into Hong Kong's $2 transport subsidy scheme, which is facing scrutiny amid a significant budget deficit. Initially introduced to encourage elderly residents and those with disabilities to engage in community activities, the scheme has seen a dramatic rise in costs, with reimbursements to transport operators soaring from 1.2 billion Hong Kong dollars to 3.9 billion Hong Kong dollars over 5 years. Proposed changes, including capping subsidized trips and requiring users to pay a portion of fares for longer journeys, aim to alleviate financial burdens but have raised concerns about their impact on vulnerable populations. Economists predict that these adjustments will not significantly reduce the projected 100 billion Hong Kong dollars deficit, prompting discussions on more effective solutions. Lastly, the South China Morning Post celebrates the enduring charm of polka dots, as exemplified by the retrospective of Japanese artist Yayoi Kusama at the National Gallery of Victoria. The article highlights how this playful pattern has transcended time, embraced by icons like Marilyn Monroe and Princess Diana, and has made a resurgence on fashion runways. Designers such as Valentino and Dolce & Gabbana have incorporated polka dots into their collections, showcasing the print's versatility and timeless appeal. Fashion enthusiasts and industry experts alike express their admiration for polka dots, noting their ability to add a touch of fun and elegance to any outfit, while also reflecting on their personal connections to the pattern through memorable pop culture moments. South China Morning Post reports that the Hong Kong government is expected to reduce the number of contract staff across various departments as a response to a projected deficit nearing 100 billion Hong Kong dollars, $12.9 billion US dollars. This decision comes ahead of Financial Secretary Paul Chan-Imopa's annual budget address, with insiders indicating that some departments have already begun to cut contract positions. The government plans to wait until existing contracts expire before choosing not to renew them, effectively shifting the workload to remaining civil servants. There are growing calls for salary reductions among top officials to demonstrate solidarity during these tough financial times, while academics and lawmakers advocate for the use of artificial intelligence, AI, to enhance civil service efficiency and potentially replace certain roles. In another article, the South China Morning Post highlights China's recent decision allowing insurers to invest in gold, which is expected to create a new wave of buyers in the gold market. Analysts predict this could drive gold prices past $3,000 per ounce, following a significant rise in gold prices over the past year. The move allows major insurers to allocate up to 1% of their assets to gold, potentially injecting substantial capital into the market. While some experts believe the immediate impact may be gradual as insurers prioritize other financial assets, the policy aligns with trends seen in global investment practices and could further boost demand for gold amid ongoing geopolitical tensions and central bank purchasing. Lastly, the South China Morning Post tells the inspiring story of a Hong Kong couple, Chinchak Satapati and Himanshu Thakur, who transformed their health and lifestyle after their son expressed stress-related eating habits. Motivated by a desire to be role models for their son, they committed to a fitness journey that resulted in a combined weight loss of 50 kilograms, 110 pounds. They revamped their diet, incorporated regular exercise, and supported each other through challenges. Their journey not only improved their health but also inspired their son, who actively participated in their fitness goals. The couple emphasizes the importance of understanding one's motivations for change, making sustainable lifestyle adjustments, and celebrating small victories along the way. Thank you for tuning in. The content above showcases the latest briefing reports and analytical synopses, thoughtfully curated by the 6Do team. These insights stem from a wide array of reputable media outlets, think tanks, government sources, and specialized experts worldwide. We encourage you to explore these sources for a comprehensive perspective. Keep in mind that while the content may not always align with the official standpoint of 6Do Brief, it's not meant to be taken as absolute directives for decision-making. Comprising seasoned media professionals, learned scholars, and accomplished scientists, the 6Do team embodies a trailblazing, fully independent media entity. To customize 6Do Brief to meet your professional needs, you have the option to subscribe to a diverse array of briefings on our website, 6dobrief.com. Regardless of your location, you can conveniently receive 6Do Brief via email.